Welcome to The Great Retention with Kamber Parker, sponsored by the Yoprono. I'm Kamber, your host and young professional expert, here to bring you the answers that you need on how to hire and retain young professional talent. There's a lot of young professional fish in the sea, as I like to say, but what do you do as business leaders once you reel them in? That's where we come in, and I'm excited to talk about it in The Great Retention. I've spent the last 5 years interviewing close to 1,000 young professionals across the country, learning about their struggles, their successes, and ultimately what makes them happiest in the workplace. Some of you might be wondering, why should this matter to you as business leaders? Well, because not only do young professionals make up your bottom line, they're also the future of our workplace and our society. Getting things right now means setting all of us up for future success. To get ready for this journey with The Great Retention, I'm going to share a little bit more about what you can expect this season. First, you'll hear from HR and staffing experts telling us about the upcoming recruiting trends we need to know about Gen Z and millennials. I think this one will be really exciting to a lot of you. Next, we'll hear from community leaders and CEOs about the impacts and experiences they've had working with young professionals and some of the factors that influence young professionals they've worked with in the past to stay and leave a company. Finally, we'll talk about entrepreneurship and community impact, two factors that are extremely impactful when recruiting and retaining young professional talent. It's time to have a place to talk about young professional talent, but more importantly, how you as business leaders can better recruit and retain them. Thank you again for joining us as we embark on this journey with The Great Retention with Kamber Parker. Before you go, remember this. Young professionals in the U.S. make up nearly half of the U.S. workforce, and that number is expected to rise in the coming decade. What will you do as business leaders to better increase the recruitment and retention practices of these young professionals and ultimately emerge them as future leaders? Join us for our first episode coming soon about ways to better increase your recruiting and retention practices of young professionals. We'll see you soon.